To the soul with Archie B. Mike. Anthony's here too, let's ride the hype. Bigfoot's on the run, Area 51's tight. Digging deep for truth, we ain't afraid to fight. Flat Earth theories got us spinning wild. JFK secrets hidden in the files. Illuminati whispers, flashing crooked smiles. I won't tune in, sit back and stay a while. Conspiracy chaos, we uncover the lies. Deep state shadows, yeah they can't disguise. We're cracking codes, watch the truth arise. Let the chaos reign, tearing through the skies. CIA plots under moonlight schemes. Hidden agendas ain't as crazy as they seem. Voices in the dark amplifying dreams. Conspiracy chaos, nothing's what it seems. Follow the breadcrumbs, follow the light. In the rabbit hole with us, pitch black night. Archie B and Mike, guided by our might. Anthony with wisdom, out of sight. Conspiracy chaos, we uncover the lies. Deep state shadows, yeah they can't disguise. We're cracking codes, watch the truth arise. Let the chaos reign, tearing through the skies.
Let's go. We're back with another episode of Conspiracy Chaos. Joining me tonight, as always, we got our man Area 51 Ant. What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's going on, boy? How you doing?
I'm good, man. You got your coffee settled in. You all set? You answered all your messages. You're fucking.
I am.
Been on this
Shout out morning join. I got my coffee right here, baby.
Hell yeah. And then we got Nostradamus, aka Florida Mike, man. I introduced you last today because you pretty much predicted what we found out about the pyramids recently. So I think that's our first topic we get into today. Today's going to be a little bit of a different episode. Throughout the week, we spend a lot of time on Instagram sending each other messages and conspiracies we see on there. So we're going to do a little deep dive into our group chat and some of the things we come across throughout the week. Some of them are complete bullshit, obviously. But some of them are interesting topics, which I think we could probably do. A lot of them we could probably do full podcast on.
Yeah. Make sure you're talking to that mic, Raj. Make sure you're talking to that mic.
Something that show is good.
So long you forgot how to use it.
You sound great, by the way.
Thanks, man. Florida Mike, dude, you predicted it, bro. You hit the fucking nail on the head with the prediction of them being power sources and going, energy, whatever the fuck, going underneath the pyramids.
Isn't it crazy? Florida Mike, the mic is yours because I want to hear what you literally told me this like months ago. So I want to hear you tell our listeners.
From my family thinks I'm crazy. He said it.
Legit. Legit. But go ahead, Florida Mike.
I mean, it was just everything's a theory. Everything is in hearsay until proven otherwise, right? And I remember people like, no, that's not how it is. We had advanced humans who come and build the pyramids. You got aliens, you got all this, right? And there's just so many theories, but everything led to an energy source. They've been there for as long as you can remember, and they're all over the world. They're not just in where they tell you. They have pyramids in China that they don't talk about. I think we saw a video of something like that.
There's one down.
They say
wall. There's one down in
there is. There's one. They say there's one in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that's a whole. I'd love to get into a podcast on the Grand Canyon. That's a good topic.
Yeah, a place that's so beautiful you can't go and see it. Like the good parts, because it's literally armed guards patrolling the Grand Canyon. Why would they be doing that?
So they said that these pillars went down 600 meters?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
What's that, 18,000 feet, if my math is correct?
And what are they saying the reasoning to go down so deep in the ground is? Like, what's the reason for that?
Earth, whether it be round or flat.
Yep.
It is one giant source of energy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a living thing, regardless of what it is. It grows plants. It produces energy. It produces nutrients. I think you got to get down to its core, right? Or that I would assume, I would imagine maybe that's like the ultimate power source.
Okay.
You know, they do say that there once was a time where we had advanced technology than we do now, like more advanced.
Yeah.
Before
We
we
know
got wiped out, supposedly, or there was the reset or whatever, right? I mean, because how else do you explain it? Like people say, oh, a bunch of people gathered and they carried a 25-ton piece of the pyramid 22 miles,
bullshit.
right? Like it took you what, 1,000 years to do that? I mean, there's no way, right?
It pretty much proves that it's not man-made, right?
Yeah,
Like it pretty much
absolutely.
proves.
Like what? Didn't they say something about the Anunnaki? Maybe.
Well, because I mean, think about it. Even if it was man-made and you did build a pyramid, which we don't have the structure to do today, right? They did do that, but now you're building on fucking stilts. Get the
Right.
fuck in here, bro. You should go play
Stop it.
Jenga. Trying to build something on a Jenga. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're doing. You're trying to build a house on a Jenga, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And
Something.
there's actually a movie that talks about the pyramids. And you know the Transformer movies,
Yeah,
the ones with Mark Wahlberg or whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You ever see the one where the bat or whatever, the Megatron or whatever, goes up on top of the pyramid and he's tearing it apart,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this
That's the only one I want.
the big energy pulls there, and it starts going off, and it was like if they were all trying to ignite all the pyramids, and if that happened, supposedly it was going to bring another realm or dimension of things here and destroy our planet, right? Like, kind of, it's a crazy theory, but I mean, all the pyramids. If all these pyramids, are they going to like look under all of them now? Like the ones in China, they don't
I mean,
talk
they
about.
should. Now they should.
They need to.
Yeah,
They
because also
definitely should
didn't
go.
they say like amongst these pillars there were like underground cities?
I mean, yeah, it's insane. These pictures that are coming out.
Do you
I,
have one that they were talking about?
I do. I'll bring it up right now. Actually, it's on. It is on our messenger right now. You know what's funny, guys? I got to tell you right now, and I am tripping out a little bit, but I'm looking at the
No
shadow of my
way.
computer
No
right now.
way.
I'm looking at the shadow of my computer right now. You'll never
Did you
guess
think it
what
was
it's in the shape of.
Black Eyed Kids?
Dick.
No, it's a fucking pyramid. You dipshit.
I know.
I'm
Our logo. Are you
gonna
sure you're
take a
not just looking at our logo in the corner?
No, I'm gonna take a picture for you guys right now and send it to you. I'm not lying. It's a pyramid, and
Well, we didn't
it's
say you were lying, but we do know you may be
yes,
keeping, bro.
yeah. It's just so cool that like, is that the universe talking to me right now? Because we're talking. You think about it,
It is
Mike.
all energy based.
It's all energy based, and like it's everything's predicted. Are we in a matrix that like this is the thing that I question all the time? Like, have you guys ever like things happen that you are thinking about? And they literally it happens. Like it happens. I don't know if you call it deja vu or whatever you call it, but
That's different.
like it's absolutely like it's written Florida Mike. Like it's like Florida Mike. You understand what I'm saying? You're shaking
Yeah,
your head, yes.
yeah,
What
yeah.
what is that
Exactly
called?
what you do.
Putting things into fruition.
Okay.
Manifesting.
What the manifesting,
Okay, manifesting.
Um,
It's
but
insane.
deja vu is different. Like deja vu is where
Man. Go ahead, Mike.
I can't hear you. You're real low.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he keeps backing away. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not used to it. I'm sorry.
Talk into, so again, and listen, talk. Do me a favor. Don't talk in the side of that. Talk directly into it.
I am.
There you go. That's better. That's better than this. That's better than the side, bro. Gotta get used to that mic. That's it. I love it. You sound great, by the way. You sound awesome.
I did.
But
I'm a big kid.
don't talk into the side of it though. We hear you a lot better when you're
Hey,
talking.
hey.
All right. Here you go.
I gotta
All right.
get a
Any,
so I can move it.
yeah, got you. Anyways, Florida Mike, go ahead, bro. What were you
What were
saying?
we talking about?
Manifesting. So I can give you. I got you, Mike.
Yeah,
I
manifest.
I got 2 points where like. So I'll never forget this, dude. When I was a little kid, I was probably 9, 10 years old playing baseball. I was a lefty, and this is one that stands out. There's two of them that stand out, sports related. And I hit a ground ball to first base, and this was the easiest little fucking grounder in the world. And all I said to myself is, hit that lip of the grass and bounce over the guy's head. I swear to you guys, as the moment I said that, the ball fucking did it, and I ended up on fucking second base because the fucking big fat first baseman couldn't jump up and get the ball.
So funny, like it was written, like it was the
Yeah,
Matrix.
when I said that, it happened, and like I remember standing on second base and thinking about that and going, "Yo, what the fuck? Did I just like make that? Am I like Spider-Man, like doing the fucking shooting my wrist out and shit?" Seeing if
And
I got
I know you were, and I know you were a kid, but you got like that, like it was like an excitement of like euphoria, like energy that goes, like even though you were like kind of just standing there, you just felt the excitement, like
Yep.
go back. Wow, did that just really happen? And people do that more often than not. Like they just don't think about it, right?
Exactly.
Like perfect example. About a month ago, we pull up to hole 17. We noticed that the tee boxes got moved up. So these old guys are like, "Oh, Mike, if you don't get an eagle on this hole, then it's a wash." He's like, "You're up here now." I was like, I said, "Hey," I said, "I got 9 eagles so far. I got 5 hole outs or chip ins and then 4 putts." We're talking about it. I strike my driver down the middle.
Yeah.
I got 85 yards. The guy's like, "All right, guess there's only one thing left to do, make an eagle." And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be funny, da da da," you know. And then I hit it, and it one hopped and went in for eagle.
Insane, dude. Stop it.
And yeah, I swear. And I turned and I looked at him, and he looked at me. He's like, "I told you, eagle." And that's like, and I try to be like that with my friends. I always try to manifest good vibes for people because you can feel it if you pay attention to your body. If you can pay attention to the hairs on your arms when you walk by somebody, you know, or you know, you feel it. You get eerie feeling, chills maybe. So it's like a bad aura or energy. Like it's all around us. Trees give off so much energy, and trees talk.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I mean,
insane. Hey guys, I just unplugged right now. You could hear me normal. I accidentally unplugged my.
Yeah,
mic.
you're good.
All right, just making sure we're good. Sorry, I had my
you
arm.
guys have heard of grounding, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get out there, get your feet on the grass, baby.
Yeah, and just dig your feet into the sand and just sit there and just
let the sun just hit you. That's why I love the golf course, bro.
Yeah.
Sitting there and soaking in that sun, man. It's fucking so good.
So, Mike, I dug out this screenshot. I want to go back about the pyramids. I want to show the listeners what we were talking about. It's absolutely insane, bro. Absolutely insane. I have this up, bro. I have what's happening with the pyramids. Really crazy shit.
Pull it up, bro. Pull it up.
Oh.
I mean, not directly on point, but they was pretty damn close. I'm talking about we may have just made the greatest discovery of our human existence so far. This is the Khafre Pyramid, and in the latest radar scan, they found a huge structure that was underneath and stretched between all 3 of these pyramids. I'm talking about 2 kilometers in depth. This is how deep this structure goes. Yeah, that's the Burj Khalifa, and this is what we're talking about. Exactly. Directly inside the pyramid, they scanned and found that there were 5 identical structures that were all geometrically connected. And underneath that, as we begin to go underground, there are 8 identical cylinders that are all hollowed out with this spiral staircase basically going around it. Now, this looked like some type of energy technology type of thing to me. I ain't no scientist. I'm not no technological expert, but I know some conducting shit when I see one. The cylinders alone were measured to be 648 meters. Then on top of that, they all came down and connected into these 2 gigantic fucking cubes. These 2 cubes are 80 by 80 meters. Now this stretches and connects underground between all 3 pyramids. And you could tell me that Tesla was not onto something? And I'm not talking about Elon the dweeb. I'm talking about Nikola Tesla. Tesla was one of the first people to come out and say, no, they were onto something with the pyramid, something with the triangle and the structures. There had to be some sort of energy hub. And everyone's like, what, the Egyptians, they were stuck in the Stone Age. No type of slaves built that. And now, as you can see, this is an intricate scientific type of build that is built by people that were far more advanced than we give them credit for. Now the question is, will Egypt let us come excavate and explore more? Because most of the time, Egypt's like, yeah, no, these are historical 7 wonders of the world. You're not touching them. But now with this latest radar scan, it's like, wait a second, this could be an energy hub that we have not tapped into. we need to go excavate. I'm just so happy I wasn't proven right because it's not like I knew that what was going on, but I always had a feeling. I was looking like they just built this as a tomb for one motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have been a great guy, but there was obvious reasons that there was these three right here in this specific point. And when you look at the math and the science, you're like, yeah, clearly they was on to something, and now it's proven. 2 kilometers in depth. I can't get over this. That's mad deep underground. Like that's crazy. How'd they even get down that far? And then to build identical structures, connect them with cubes. There's some type of wiring around the cylinders. It's like, yo, they was geniuses, son. We gotta stop playing with them. We need to go to Egypt immediately. I need more answers because this.
Bro, I want to know what's on those coils? What's causing that energy? Anthony, you're muted right now. I don't know.
There's got to be copper. So, like, that's why everybody wants copper. Like that's a huge, everybody wants it. Everybody sells it. They get rid of it. It's worth money. But
right.
What it does is the more copper around you, the better you feel, your energy, your frequency of your body, your soul is better.
Yep.
And that, or I don't know. I mean, some type of water source, maybe.
They went deep. I mean, they went half the distance of the depth of the Mariana Trench, which is 36,000 feet, and they went 18,000 feet. That's so fucking deep, dude. What are they digging with back then, bro? They didn't have they're not using shovels to dig that deep, bro. They're not.
Makes you wonder, right? Makes you
What are we talking about here?
Up
What
above,
is this?
something helped them, dude.
What is our history? Was there giants? Was there Anunnaki? What was our history that they're not telling us?
I honestly believe that it has to do with, because we're too dumb to figure it out, right? All these people for hundreds of years, thousands of years, try to figure out what these pyramids do, right? And no one can figure it out.
Are we too dumb, or are we just not allowed to?
That's what I was going to get into.
Yeah, I don't think it's because we're too dumb, man. I think it's just because we're so restricted.
Yeah, they restrict all our education, no matter what.
Who's restricting it?
The elites, the people who make money off of energy, the people who make money off of gasoline, the people who make money off.
So they don't want us.
Well, I don't think it's that. I think this energy source is so powerful that whoever could control it would rule the world. You could literally, I think it's like a source to where
we could see other dimensions. What if it's just an energy source? Say it's free, unlimited energy for everybody. Boom. Every country, where all these, these foreign countries you go to where they got no running water, they got none of this, they got none of that. Now they can have electricity where you can set up running water, put wells and pumps and all that shit in there. It would solve so many fucking problems, and the money you're putting towards that other shit can now go to that and like actually make the world a better place. But unfortunately, that's not what we all know. That's not what would happen, and people would get fucking greedy just like they are now. I think it's a way that the people get the power back, and kind of we get the energy, we do the fucking and do the right thing with it. It's a game changer, and the elites lose control, man.
I think I love that. I love that explanation. I like that. And then I mean, also, are the pyramids and what they do connected to the Antarctic Treaty?
Yeah, so okay. Antarctica in itself is the only I think we talked about it before. So the whole UN and all this is the only thing all of these countries across the whole world come together agreement on is the Antarctic Treaty, where no one can go past the walls, blah, 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 blah. We can't agree on fucking nothing else. We can't agree on paper or plastic in a fucking grocery store,
right?
Let alone treaty. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Yeah. Why? These are all the questions that people treaty. And no one asks. Like, no one pushes back. Like,
it just makes no sense.
Yeah. And what else is all over the world, right? You got all these countries all over the world, like every single country with this treaty. Pyramids are all over the world too. Are they connected? Are the people on the other side of the ice wall, do they control everything else?
A lot of them are like the Tartarian Explorer was saying, dude. I listened to that one again today. That there was a lot like on the ley lines. Ley lines have something to do with the energy.
Ley lines.
It's the,
Absolutely.
the
Yo,
pole
how about I told
I
Mike in Trolls, she was literally talking about, she said ley lines in Trolls. I'm telling you, I caught it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm telling you, man, they throw shit out there. It's insane.
But
But go ahead.
vibrations and frequencies, like he was saying with the church in the music halls with the organs playing.
Yeah. Insane.
Yeah.
And the fucking healing it would do.
Dude. So you know what I want to talk. That reminds me, dude. So my cat lays on my chest every morning and purrs and makes that feeling and makes that sound. Florida Mike, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's laughing. He's laughing over there. And then they say frequency. No, they say frequencies and vibrations. No, they say that does healing, right? Florida Mike, frequencies. No, I'm just curious if this all ties in.
Yeah,
if
where they
this
lay on
all
your
ties
chest.
in, if this all ties in with how cats are good for, they literally say they're good for elderly people with the purring, and the vibrations that they give, and like that it's healing. They say that the healing of
does it calm you down?
it does. It makes me feel good. It really does. I love it. It makes me feel good with the cats purring on my chest and feels comfort. And I'm telling you, I don't know if it's a weird thing, but I don't know if you guys have cats or anything.
I don't have cats. I have had cats. I have friends who have cats, and they do that. Absolutely.
Is that I'm saying? Is that though the healing vibrations though? I mean, like that they talk about?
Maybe.
See, how long you been married?
I don't like cats.
How long have I been what?
Married.
Going on our 10-year anniversary, bro.
Yeah, that's the only pussy he's getting is that cat, Mike. That's why.
Oh Lord, this fucking guy. My God, good one, Raj. Good one, Raj.
Pussy he's getting.
Good Lord. But yeah, no. I just had to throw that out there. I was curious with the vibrations. It just rung a bell when you were talking about the vibrations and the healing organ and the vibration. Yeah. It literally just struck a bell. I was laying there in the morning, and the cat was on my chest, and it did calm me and it felt good. So I'm just like, maybe this is one of those keys. I don't know. Just struck a bell.
I mean, everything runs on frequency and 5G towers, right? Like those people think, oh man, it's going to give me faster cell phone service, but in reality, it's just slowly killing us a little bit at a time.
Right.
But that's a different frequency, so it's shooting out lower frequencies. When they made, like, you remember like back like 80s, 70s, 80s, like hip hop, and then like late 80s and the 90s, like hip hop totally flipped. Like rap flipped, it became more angry, more violent, and it was all with lower frequencies because they wanted people to go out there, listen to this music, and commit crimes.
That's exactly what with like the Ice Cube era of hip hop, back then, like Ice Cube, Dre, when the NWA and all them guys, that was really the start of it.
Yeah, they're always televising shootings. You know what I mean? Like, and there was always rap related, and the next thing you know, I mean, it was insane because before that, everything was all about, it was like storytelling. It was all happy, like love, like, hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's with it, like having a good time, party music.
Yeah, party music, man. And but they just changed because the agenda changed. But like bells in churches, bells, and the bell in Philly, like all those were made because of
there's a post I sent the other day, and I asked you guys that question. I was like, do you think this is why? Oh, because it was something about reptilians not liking reptiles, didn't like the noise of
they don't like high frequencies.
Yeah, the high frequencies. So does that make sense why they fucking half of these bells are damaged or broken or just dismantled in general?
Yeah, I mean, like you ever see, and you can look it up. It's on YouTube, where this kid does a 528 hertz, and he puts a thing in the middle of his bed, and it literally opens a portal.
I did see that.
And then if you research the kid, You can't find him anywhere. And all they left of him was that video.
Time traveling type shit, portal
Yeah.
interdimensional travel.
Yeah, and if you zoom in and you look into the portal, it literally looks like a whole nother place. It looked like Africa. It looked very like dry, or
Yeah.
but wispy grass that was brown.
I've seen the one with mirrors when a
Yeah,
girl
that's crazy.
they've used mirrors to reflect off one another and shit. That opens up portals.
I listen to a lot of frequency music, like healing and stress relief and stuff like that. And it's different hertz. It's not like, I think like music. I think it's less than 500 hertz. I think.
Okay.
So I listen to stuff a little higher than that. I'll put it in my headphones while I'm practicing or whatever. And it's very calming. It's very soothing.
I got to get onto that. I don't know what the word I'm looking for.
Is it almost like elevator type music, Mike, where
Oh.
you're kind of just mellowed out, or like spa music kind of thing?
You know, it's like meditation music.
Yeah.
It's I'm using my phone.
Send me something. Yeah, send us in the group chat what something you listen. I'm curious to see.
Yeah,
like,
I
what
am too. I really
Yeah,
am. But, I was definitely interested in what you were telling me about pre-golf warm-up before. That's what I was saying. I meant to like say like get on that train, or the word I'm looking for. Curious.
Yeah,
I lost words for sure.
Like pre-game, like pre-golf stuff. I listen. I try to listen to high hertz music or like soothing music just to clear my brain, and then like
I'm curious.
I throw some. I love the violin. I can't play it, but I'll listen to that also during my warm-up, just because I love how upbeat it is, how it makes me feel inside. Like
who was the shout out? Who's Lindsay Sterling, right? She's great.
She's probably like one of the baddest dancing violinists you'll ever see.
Yeah, dude, she's dope. She is dope. I agree, Florida Mike. Violin is really a soothing instrument that just always makes you feel good when it's played. I feel like. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, everything's frequency and energy. Like you hear people talk about, like successful gardeners talk about play music for your plants or talk to your plants.
Yeah.
You know,
I've heard that in that podcast, Cannabis World. Yeah.
It's cool, man. I think when you look at it like that,
what, Raj?
Spreader, you're a super spreader.
I got the vape. Yeah, I know the vape makes me sneeze. Super spreader.
Monk one, man. That's why you should go to. No, I'm just playing. I was gonna go.
But I love that kind of. When we talk about stuff like that, dude, I love it. But like, and since we're talking about like energy and frequency, I got these on like every one of my stuff.
What's that? EMF protector?
Yeah, EMR. I have EMR and EMF protectors. Because
electromagnetic frequency, and I don't know what the EMR is.
Yeah, it gets energy protection saver chip. So this just helps save the energy and block anything extra trying to get to your tab.
Yeah, so there's a guy who makes like pouches and shit that you EMF proof pouches. So like when you're traveling or when you go to sleep, you can still charge your phone through the bag, but you're protected in the bag.
Yeah, I got EMF stickers. They're like little gold circle stickers.
Yep.
And anybody can find them on Amazon, and they do work. If you have an EMF detector, which is cheap too, you can use it, and you can tell it does work. Because everybody keeps their phone.
See if I can get him.
Huh?
I'm gonna reach out to that guy and see if I can get him on.
Yeah.
You would love that episode, Mike. That dude, he goes deep into that shit, dude.
Didn't human vibrations like that too?
Yeah, but you're like the first person I spoke to that like actually knows a little bit of like and actually uses the shit.
Okay.
A lot of people use it myself, but I never met anybody that actually used it. And seems you obviously noticed a difference when you did, like your sleep patterns and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely, because my phone's next to me just in case something happens to anybody. Like I'm the friend who someone calls me, even though I don't drink, someone calls me at 1 a.m. to pick them up out of jail or from the bar, I'm gonna go do it.
Right.
So I definitely don't have breaks in my sleep. Periods when I wake up, I feel like unrested. Or generally, like I would always have like a pain underneath, like right underneath the skull, almost connected to the neck,
Yep.
And
Yep.
then as soon as I got those stickers put on my phone, that stopped.
No shit.
And the buzzing stopped. Like, how sometimes you hear like a high pitched buzz every now and again?
Yeah.
Like, especially you might hear it in the city a lot, Raj.
Yep.
You'll hear it humming.
Yep.
Yeah, that's from that's from all the energy from all the cell phones and electronics and all that humming noise. I mean, you just
Stores all day long.
Yeah, crazy. Because I used to hear it in Chicago all the time. We go downtown, you can just hear everything's humming.
Fuck.
I mean, it makes so much sense. It does.
To bring you down.
It's gonna be a fun episode talking to her about stuff like that. She'll get into that. She'll get into the colors and how they make a difference. And
Yeah. There's like frequencies, like when you go like high crime places, like they're like 5G towers and stuff might be slamming you with low frequency. So like if you're around, like I'm around quite a few 5G towers, especially like by my job.
Yeah.
And there are days when I get irritable for no reason. But 5G towers are humming and they're spraying the skies. Crush the frequency.
Makes sense.
It's all one big circle. World Economic Forum. Go fuck yourself. So
No, I love it. I mean, I don't love it, Florida Mike, but I love the theory. And you're right, dude. You're so right now. Like you again, like
this is just my opinion too,
This is
but
all a theory. This is all a theory, but it all just makes so much sense for us conspiracy theorists. It's crazy. Us conspiracy theorists because we're fucking weirdos and liars and we don't know shit.
Like it comes to a point though, like when you're batting fucking over 750, 800,
Sure.
Are you really a conspiracy theorist anymore? Like, yeah, I've been wrong on a couple things over the past couple of years, but for the most part, man, I've been
banging
in the head.
Who was that? I think it was a senator was talking to Cash Patel. And he told Cash Patel, he was like, I guess you conspiracy theorists are 36-0 so far, huh? Like that. You're like, dude, I mean,
kind of, yeah, we are.
What are you gonna say? Listen, what are you gonna say? Like, yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, you just shrug at it, like you do.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get into another fucking thing that they get us on, right? That it's impossible. We went there. Let's talk about the capsule that supposedly flew by my motherfucking house and landed in the Gulf of America. Landed in the Gulf of America. There was dolphins swimming around.
The dolphins. So the dolphins are like the greatest part of this story in Florida, Mike, because I was laughing when I saw the dolphins, bro, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" I was like, "This is like all falling into place for the story for these fucking idiots." To like watch this and literally, oh, there's dolphins floating around. I was laughing at it, Florida Mike, because it is so true. It's like, right, Raj? Like, oh, there's dolphins flying around this thing. Like it's just, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
The fact there's no steam out. That thing was zipping through the sky. It's gonna be hot. There's no steam on it. Like it just came from outer space.
That's another one.
They just splashed with barely any fucking. It was like an Olympic diver hitting the water, and there's fucking no.
And where were the ripples?
That's what I'm saying. It looked like a diver jumped in the fucking water.
Yeah. Here's another thing. I live on the Gulf of America.
This sucks. They need fucking Steven Spielberg and fucking
yeah, they're not doing great.
Yeah, dude. I live on the Gulf of America. For once, we have clear, sunny skies.
Right.
I can see the moon, right? But you're telling me I can't see something that's landing 100 miles from my house?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did you go
I can see the moon 350,000 miles away. I can see the moon, or whatever it is, 390, 350, some dumb bullshit.
Florida Mike, I have a question. Did people in your area go driving to the coast hoping to see it?
I hope not, but you never know. You never know. Like my mom does that too. My mom, she'll watch the rockets launch all the time because we can see them from our backyard if it's a clear day.
Yep.
I can see that. That's 5 hours away. We can see rocket launches all day long. I can't see something 100 miles away.
Yeah, mate, that just makes no sense, dude.
There. And then when you see I'm sure you guys saw the video, like, or the thing, the
It had
parachutes come out,
parachutes
and
and
the
shit.
parachutes were
It had fucking
totally-
parachutes. The parachutes fall with it dropping. That was funny. You're right.
It was all silhouetting, like it was all just nice and slow and perfect. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah. No,
Were
I
they really
agree.
up there? Were they even up there though? That's the question now. Were they even up there? I mean, the lady came back with
No.
a tan in her hair. So
No, that's Raj. That's flip flopped. I did see that. That was debunked. Everybody's throwing that picture out there. So they're flip flopping the picture there. She did come out looking like a fucking train wreck, like the look, and she went in with the tan.
the dude was in rough shape, I guess, right? He was still in the hospital having a tough time recovering to getting reacclimated to gravity.
Is that what they're saying?
And his daughter put up a post, and it was in the New York Post yesterday.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, listen.
Well, I got the buns.
I don't know if I believe it or it's just a story. You know?
He probably got the buns.
Yeah.
What's that?
When you come up, like,
When you
I
go,
think
like,
it's what's
diving,
called,
like,
when you come up from scuba diving too fast, and then you just like
Yeah.
blow out your insides. You have
you
internal
can, like,
bleeding, stuff
dive
like
real
that.
quick. Your brain will like explode.
It's so funny though, coming up
Too
from.
much
You're right.
oxygen too fast. Yeah.
Just remember, NASA has the largest green screen in the world. They also have the largest swimming pool in the world.
Yeah, I know they do. I know they do. I know
And
that.
then
Did you
they
see
have,
one picture?
they have a little piece of Utah that looks
Pull up
like the fucking moon.
Hold on, Raj. What'd you say? I couldn't hear you.
Pull up some of the clips in the chat.
All right. So you want me to pull up some more? You want me to pull up like space ones?
Yeah.
Pull up whatever.
A couple space.
How about this? You
Go
pull up the
There's
clip,
definitely
and
space
Rod, and you pick one of us to talk about it.
All right. I'm just gonna go. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do the little spinny wheel on my mouse, and whatever it lands on, that's that video I'm playing. How's that sound?
All right, give me a
Sound
second.
That's what we gotta do.
What, Raj?
That's what we got to do from now on is get all these topics in the wheel.
Yeah.
And then pull up the clips. Like have them set up. That's the way we should do it for sure.
That'd be fun. All right, so I'm going into chaos. All right, here we go. Let me bring up the screen share. Share stop screen. Whoop. Share screen. Present. Share screen.
You're doing good.
I know. Thanks. You always tell me I'm doing great, and it makes me feel so good, Raj, when you tell me I'm doing great.
Thing, man. People don't hear it enough, dude.
They don't. Talking to the mic, Raj. Talking to the mic. Remember.
I am.
No, you're not. You weren't. We were away, and I didn't hear you. You sound so, Raj. The thing is you sound so good in the mic now with your new. You have the new computer right now set up.
Yeah, I got the new computer set up. This is okay.
You sound really good with a new mic and a new computer, and then when you don't talk into the mic, I get really mad because I can't hear you.
Because now it sounds good, and then I got you.
So make sure you talk.
A little bit, so you can find.
Got you. All right, so here we go. Ready for the quick? Can you hold on?
Just swallow.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to bring up the screen share. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Jesus.
All right, this is the one right here. Here we go.
Okay, this is talking about the moon.
ABC Digital. Wanted to give you the opportunity to swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon. Will you put your left hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Gentlemen. Mr. Cybro.
Yes. If you really walked on the moon, why would you not do that? So why don't you just put the into the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Cybro, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Really? Well, no, it's a real Bible. You have the opportunity to have $5,000.
The meeting is open.
Well, you have $5,000 cash. You can give it to charity if you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
Please
I have
give
the
it to
tape.
charity. It'd be fine.
Why don't you swear to? Why not? Why won't you do it? So why don't you put your hand on the Bible and swear to God that you walked on the moon?
Mr. Cybro has made a fool of himself in front of the world. Mr. Cybro, you do not deserve answers.
Several ABC Digital.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like,
Crazy shit. How
so
come?
what?
What do you
So
guys
think?
we go to the moon in 1969, and then after that, we just decide not to go back.
We
Like,
lost
oh,
the technology to get back, is what they said. They said we lost the technology to get back.
Roger,
Dude,
talking to the side of the mic again.
Do we have a
The
picture?
cameraman,
There
the cameraman
you
they
go.
left up there. The
Yeah.
cameraman they left up there had all the technology up there. I guess, dude, he's stuck. Poor guy.
Yeah,
Stuck.
do
No,
we
the
have
best part I the
Go
best
ahead.
part I have is or the best thing I heard was like, I don't know if the guy was like a TV producer that did the shit we do with the filming and everything, and he's like, I work with this stuff a lot, and I do it, and I do the editing, and I do the filming of videos. He goes, it's fucking hard to zoom in from me to you and follow a video. He goes, and when they had that thing taking off and like leaving, and that bullshit video that we all see, and you see the camera following the thing away, like we all know that was not done by a camera on the moon or a camera guy. That was all done by a fucking digital remote control and done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about it.
Absolutely.
Really think about it.
Well, dude, and not only that, but like they just left the cameraman on the moon.
No.
They just left him.
Well,
He's
no,
got
that's no. The
He's got all
story is
technology to
Rod.
get
What
back,
every
bro.
what every conspiracy theorist says, but you didn't know this, is they say that it was like a camera that they placed there. That this is what they tell you, that the camera is basically still there if you went up there, and it's still sitting there.
Anthony, do me a favor, Anthony. Type in 1969 camera.
No, I will right now. I got you. Hold
Video
on.
camera,
Keep talking
1969
and I'll
video
find it.
camera.
And he was the scientist who figured out how to get up there. So they said, okay, reverse engineer this bitch and figure out how to get down. So he's still up there trying to figure it out.
Did you see they did like the zoom in photos of the aircraft that they were in, the spacecraft they were in? And like they zoom in and it looked like aluminum foil and like everything was broken and
the back had like a flap like going and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then here we go. And then like, okay, 1969, we're on the moon. If we have no internet, how the hell do you get the video from the moon to everybody's TV?
Word.
Yep.
No, that's funny shit, guys. This is funny, Florida Mike. You're not wrong.
Okay.
Look at this thing.
Yeah. And then you got to have like a drape over your head or some shit.
Yeah, bro. You're right, though. And then someone has to have a light for the flash and the whole 9 yards. That's a 2-person operation.
Look at that thing, dude.
Come on, man. Who they try? What it like? I mean, that was for the Cold War and shit. But
yeah,
still, who are they trying to fucking fool?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody should know by now that like NASA's bullshit.
But the fact that he wouldn't swear on that Bible, man, is just like it just kind of proved. Like, all right, you got nothing to lose. You could donate five G's to a charity of your choice, pal. You put $5,000 in your pocket, and he wouldn't do it. That just makes it more suspect. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, my apologies. I came out of nowhere and I had to pause it because I literally
we were rolling too.
No, I know exactly what it was. It was the Neil Armstrong. It was I'll tell you right now. It was the Neil Armstrong video where he was swearing on the Bible that he would not. Why won't you swear? Go ahead, Raj. That's where we were. Why are you not doing it?
Why not? You know, that's the question. There's always the why question with the conspiracies, and that is something just so simple and it eliminates a lot of the conspiracy to it. You know, where people will be like, oh shit, maybe he really did go on the moon. But when you go to the museum, bro, the boots don't match up. There's so many fucking things. It just doesn't make sense, man.
There is a moon and there is a sun, but it is inside the firmament.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't get out past the Van Allen belt. We've never breached the Van Allen belt.
No. And is the Van Allen belt the firmament that they talk about, Florida Mike?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, pretty much, I guess. Like, I mean, it's all theory, obviously. You know, like so, there are theories that say that. Yeah. Like, so here's a perfect example of the firmament. You guys are all my age. So you remember when we were in school, we used to do the parachute pop-up balls and stuff. And then
shit.
Yeah, and then we used to have a thing where you'd go in. It was like in the gym, and it was like a huge dome, and you walk inside it, and it was like space.
Yep.
Do you remember that?
Hell yeah.
You guys all.
Hell yeah. That was.
Yeah.
No, you're good, Mike. Keep rolling, buddy.
Okay, so do you guys do remember that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That is exactly what we see. That's exactly the firmament right there. You walk into that dome, you see the
Yeah.
galaxies in the same spot.
It makes
And every
sense.
night you go out, those things are in the same spot. They're never moved. The Big Dipper, Orion's Belt, none of it moves.
It doesn't make sense. All right, guys, I want to put this thing to the test and do another screen share here and make sure my system isn't screwed up. So let's do another quick
Yeah,
pick
pull
here,
up
guys.
another video.
Let's do another quick pick. All right, here we go.
I like it. Drum roll. Hey, fairway.
Dude, Bill Gates.
Drum roll.
There we go. I found one. All right, guys,
Ooh,
here we
I don't know
go.
what this is. Pull it up.
I'm gonna. I just want to make sure you could hear it.
Let's see what we
We
got.
can hear you.
I know you can.
Sounds
Ready?
good.
Well, the Gates Foundation has partnered with DFID on a great number of things, and among those are work we do together on livestock, helping animals survive either by having vaccines or better genetics,
Fuck you.
helping them be more productive. It's making a big difference. I was down in Ethiopia seeing how chickens are out there laying more eggs, getting more nutrition, and even some small savings into the household. So
Go fuck yourself,
Edinburgh
dude.
happens to be where a lot of the world's best work on this is done, and that's why DFID and the Gates Foundation are funding scientists here.
So much.
Well, the Gates Foundation has partnered with DFID on a great number of things.
Hear the fucking. You can hear the moves.
Anth, you're muted
hear-
again. No, I'm just fucking with you.
You scared me. You really did. You can hear the fucking moves at him. They hate him too, don't they, Florida Mike?
So you guys know my background with restaurants and food.
Yeah, tell me all about it.
The long amount of years of experience.
Yeah.
And I just first and foremost would like to say I hope Bill Gates gets the worst death possible. Imagine. That man is single-handedly committing genocide some way or another, right? Vaccines. Now we got food. He has he has influence in smart cities. He has influence with the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization. They've already have patents that Bill Gates has done to put vaccines in iceberg lettuce.
Sounds
They
terrible.
They have already been for years cloning fruits and vegetables.
And like, listen, what is that doing? What is that doing? So we know the nutrients in fruits and vegetables. What is cloning doing to these things, Florida Mike? You know what I mean?
One, you got to look at the profitability, right? And just selling more fake food because let's be honest, right? I saw this on a video and it's true. If you think about it, you like really think about it. We'll just go United States, right? How many people do you think in the United States eat bacon? A lot of people, right? Now think how many grocery stores are in the United States that carry bacon? And then all the warehouses that have bacon and restaurants who make bacon. You think we got that many pigs?
It's crazy, right?
No,
Right?
good theory. It's a good theory, dude.
Chickens. Same thing with chickens.
Chickens, there's a lot of motherfucking chickens running around.
Right. And if you look it up, like one of Joe Biden's auto-penned, what they call executive orders right before he left office was to kill 100 million chickens.
That's why the egg prices are so high right now.
Correct. If you look up, and I'm pretty sure if you look up how many chicken labs
Yep.
that Bill Gates owns.
Got you.
So here's rumors were that Bill Gates was going around and buying these American chicken farms and then destroying them Because I don't know if you knew about like
how
a
much
couple.
farmland he bought too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I think it was like a couple years ago, you started hearing about like chicken farms catching on fire.
Yeah.
Most recently was like one in Pennsylvania, I think, or maybe that was like somebody robbed and stole
Yeah.
100,000 chicken eggs. Like, get the fuck out of here. Pardon my French, but
Dude, that's insane, bro. I got you right now, though. I got the story.
The
Keep
dark
talking.
arts. It's the dark
Um,
arts, bro. This is the
so
dark arts.
yes, and
Dark arts to a T.
so everybody, like, if people weren't awake when COVID happened and the vaccine happened, people woke up, right? So
Did
if
they though?
and in it, like an experimental scientific way, their
Yeah.
experiment kind of failed, right?
I'm fighting for charity.
It may be successful years down the road,
Yeah.
but for the initial elimination of 15% of the population, it was a failure. So now they know that. Well, lots of people aren't going to take the vaccine. So what are we going to do? People love red meat. People love chicken. So we're just going to start injecting it into the food. We're going to alter your DNA.
Yep.
We're going to make
That's
we're going to
what they
crack your
want to
immune
do.
system.
So, all right.
That's
I
what they
didn't find
want to do. They
anything.
want to alter our DNA.
I didn't find anything on the actual acres that he owns, but I'm going to read this for the listeners. Bill Gates backed companies approved to sell lab grown chickens in the U.S. Let me keep reading. The United States has become the second country in the world to approve cell-based chickens for public consumption, joining Singapore, who legalized the experimentation in food in 2020. Experimentation. Don't you love that? They're fucking experimenting on us, guys.
We're fucking lab rats.
No, literally, that's what we are. They're experimenting on us. The
Exactly.
U.S. Department of Agriculture gave the green light for the controversial product, which is very controversial. I don't like that shit, which is backed by Bill fucking Gates. You could go fuck yourself earlier
Crazy.
this week. Billed as a let me keep reading. Billed as a major tool in the fight against climate change. Are you fucking kidding me? They're saying for climate change, so-called cultivated. Let me keep reading. Cultivated chicken is grown in a lab. Okay. The cost process involves extracting stem cells. Ugh, so disgusting. And giving them a nutrient dense bath and vitamins, minerals, salts, and even inside a steel bioreactor. An
Yeah.
average batch takes about 2 weeks to harvest. Dude, are you kidding me right now, Florida Mike?
No.
This is insane.
So
Proponents argue that wait, hold on, let me keep going. Let me finish this. Argue that controlled indoor environment ensures sanitation standards, are more easily met, and that the alleged harmful effects of raising animals on a farm are avoided entirely. Critics question not only is it morally aspect, but it's purposely nutrient benefited as well. So, all right, again, Florida Mike, I'm gonna let you talk in a second, but is this where cow farts are fucking ruining the environment, bro?
yeah. Cow
Spit it out.
farts and chicken farts, chicken
Got
poop.
you.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Destroying the world.
Tell me what you know.
Yeah. But hey, we supposedly we had hundreds of thousands of dinosaurs running around farting, and it didn't do anything to the earth. So I don't know.
Right.
Different type of fart, but
Yeah, let it make sense.
yeah. So like I said, we see like chicken farms burning in the
Yeah.
past couple years. We see land being bought up a lot by Bill Gates. I would imagine if you look up how much land he bought after the Maui fire, it'd be pretty substantial.
Yep.
So the guy is, I mean, in 2016, he had a speech it's on YouTube in 2016 where he talks about a virus so deadly in 2020 it's gonna knock out 15% of the population, which would be a good thing. He says that. I don't know how we let this guy even touch anything we do.
It's sick, dude.
You know, if you
He's
go,
a real scumbag, dude. Real
yeah,
fucking scumbag. And I don't use that word much, but he is a real scumbag, dude.
like I think what do you make like Raj? What do you make like 200 million off of the first like set of like Pfizer shots or whatever? It was like 200 million.
Yeah, him and Pfizer and Moderna, they made bank, dude. They
Yeah,
fucking cashed the fucking.
Oh my
hundreds
god.
of billions.
So Florida Mike, I hope you said it, dude. I hope he gets. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give Lombardi a shout out here, Putters. I hope he gets a fucking Lombardi 11 with the spikes, bro. And no, I'm serious. And loses his life by some crazy golfer that is mad that he missed a putt, and he tosses his Lombardi 11 and he catches fucking Bill Gates right in the dome piece. But I actually don't hope that, because then it would put Lombardi out of business. So I don't hope
Right.
that. But anyways, yes, that fucking guy needs a fucking. I mean, I'm sorry to be using the F word so much, but I'm so mad, dude.
What the fuck, man? Conspiracy chaos, bro.
I got you. But I'm literally so mad, dude. I'm so fucking mad. It pisses me off at this guy.
And you know,
Like,
it's how many of you guys now? I haven't eaten fast food in like 10 years. But who's guilty eating fast food?
sure.
You know, like so. That's a whole nother how bad that has gotten over the years. Like back when we were kids and stuff, fast food was still unhealthy, but at least it was food, right?
Right.
Now, so here's an idea, and then because this is linked to the same guy we've been talking about, Bill Gates. He owns the most acreage for the potatoes grown for McDonald's. Okay, so they spray these potatoes so bad that no one is allowed in the field for 3 weeks.
They're so good, bro.
So good, they're so good, right?
Only thing I eat from there.
No salt, baby, always fresh. But so
I'm
the
so
3 weeks,
mad, dude. I'm
then
sorry.
they
Still
pick
so mad.
them. Then they pick them in hazmat suits, put them in storage for like another 2 to 4 weeks, so that way the toxic levels is low enough for you to grab them and wash them. And they sell that to people.
Fuck.
Taco Bell meat is a worse grade meat than dog
Yeah.
food.
I knew
meat.
that. I knew that. It was a grade D or C. What's the D?
Um,
Isn't it like go by grade letters?
McDonald's is
Yeah.
the same. It's like grade
Yeah.
D or E meat. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
terrible for you. Yeah.
Yes.
The chicken nuggets only has like 4% real chicken in it.
Like that.
What is-
That's where you're gonna see the all.
What do you
the
think? Let me
genetic
ask you,
sales.
Florida Mike.
Fucking
What do you
McDonald's,
think the rest of
Burger King.
the chicken nugget is?
What's that?
What do you think the rest of the chicken nugget is?
Um,
I'm curious.
chemicals, poisonous, fillers, like the skin from the belly fat of intestines of animals,
Ugh.
because that like help keeps
So
it
gross.
together. That's why it's always mush. If you ever open up a chicken nugget and it doesn't look real at all.
No, it really doesn't. It doesn't look like chicken. That's
No,
for damn sure.
definitely not.
I love me some real chicken.
Here's a sad one. Chick-fil-A.
Yep. Tell me more.
There's like 34 ingredients in a Chick-fil-A, and 28 of them are addictive chemicals. So you continue to eat at Chick-fil-A.
That's why it's so good.
That's why it's so good. But hey, guess what?
They
No one
suck
works
you.
on a Sunday because that's God's day. But 6 days a week, we'll poison the shit out of you.
Wow. Wow. So wait, and they are closed Sundays, right?
Yes, they are.
Wow, that is so messed up. You know what? I'm gonna give my guys down south. God, what's their name? Bojangles a shout out right now
Love
because
Bojangles.
Bojangles is. You love Bojangles?
I used to. I don't eat that shit no more.
Oh, got you. But Bojangles is way better than Chick-fil-A, anyways. But
Oh, for sure. Popeyes
Bojang-
is better than Chick-fil-A, in my opinion.
for sure. I mean, like, yeah. What is the craze of Chick-fil-A like for people? So up here, dude, literally when that shit opens, like it opened on in Albany here, Raj, and they like had to they had to hire extra police officers, dude, to work the traffic light in the corner, literally in Albany. So you're paying extra tax dollars now for Albany police for them to waive the Chick-fil-A traffic. No, legitimately. So it's kind of crazy. What is the
That's
craze?
why we didn't have it. That was the craze up here. But like, and you never stopped on your way to the Cape, like, oh, let me stop in whatchamacallit and grab a Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I have. It actually all right. Florida Mike, it does taste damn good. It tastes good.
It's good because it's not something we've had all the time. It would otherwise it'd be the same as Burger King and McDonald's.
It's poison. It's poison, dude. Anytime you put that shit in your body, we know it's poison, but it does taste good.
Anything that's bioengineered,
Yeah,
is terrible for you.
Yeah.
All deli meat is fake.
Yep. I knew that.
There's nothing real about any deli meat. It's all fake.
Good. It's so good.
So good, man. Let's just load that with salt and sodiums and all kinds of crazy.
All right. I need to know. All right. So I got one. I just started selling these and I love them so much, dude. I'm so guilty. Is at the store is hot dogs. Tell me what
you want to know about a glizzy.
I do want to know. Tell me all about glizzies, bro. He's rubbing his hands. It's so gross.
It's fucking so good. It don't even matter.
It's so good. Really. I do want to know actually what I mean because I'm still gonna eat them, Florida Mike. But go ahead.
Pull up.
Rats that fall into the grinder.
Disgusting.
Bugs, insects, just leftover animal parts.
Big guts.
Good.
Leftover animal parts.
Goat sphincter.
You can think of.
Yeah.
It is too because
people wonder why we have stomach problems and shit.
It's so gross. So
we are the fattest country in the world.
It's disgusting. So Raj, I used to go pick up the hot dogs over at our local meat shop here.
Famous?
I'd get the famous Launch meat sauce from them. Hembles. They have they have the Hembles joint and they make the Hembles here, but they do have legitimately like really good steaks, but and stuff like that and good cuts and everything. But Florida Mike, you just reminded me, it's so funny because when they used to come out there with the hot dogs and they chop them up and they were on, like, you could actually see them. You would see the hot dogs like on the string. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then they would sit there and cut them and everything. And I'd watch them do it in the meat. I'm like, this is so fucking disgusting, dude. Like the process of hot dogs, dude, it's gross. It's so disgusting because that's exactly what it is, dude. It's like the leftover. And what, Mike, you just described it. It's all their leftover shit, I'm sure, in their meat shop, dude. They make it again. They're great meat shop.
Why do you think it's so juicy?
Ugh.
From all the fats and belly shit that's like getting heated up in there.
You're right, Mike. I didn't want to know this. I didn't want to know this because I love these, but
I get the all beef ones because it makes me feel a little better. But they're still
I do too. That's what I'm saying. I get the all beef ones, but you know what? It's all beef fucking penis is what it is, and all beef. Legitimately,
fucking goat sphincter.
Yes, it's so disgusting. You guys want to do what?
You guys eat Chinese food. Do you think that's fucking real chicken?
No, I don't even
go fishing.
I don't want to know about Chinese food because I love it. Stop, Florida Mike.
Hey, listen to this, right? This is during COVID. This is hilarious.
Go ahead.
On the Chinese spot.
So me and my girl want to eat and everything's closed except for Chinese food, right? So we're like, oh, we never tried this place. Let's call and get some food. And they're like, all right, let's try it through it. So this place is called Curin, and I'm saying it just so all my listeners down here know not to go there. The place is empty. We pull in the parking lot. We're the only ones, right? We're like, COVID, right? So we walk in. They're like, oh, you got what? I'm like, yeah, that's us. I'm like, okay, 10 minutes. And we're like, all right, no problem. Dude, I'm sitting with my back to like the register, and it is the loudest in restaurant cat scream I've ever heard in my entire life. And then all of a sudden it was just dead silence, and then you hear the big meat knife, dum, 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 on the thing. I looked at my girl, and she's like, we're not going to eat this, are we? I was like, nah, we're leaving right now. I'm not doing it. Dude.
Dude,
That's
insane.
pull that guy up.
It is. You want me
Oh,
to do
he's
another?
good.
You guys want me to do another quick pick here? Do we have time or no?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, one more.
Let's
One more.
One more. All right, let's see. I got a good
That's a
one.
good one.
This one is a good one. Why is this not?
What are you blowing the whistle on?
That there are technologies at the South Pole Station that people can't even consider that exist on this planet.
Like what?
Directed energy weapon systems. I physically held a key that opened every single door in the facility. I had complete access to every compartment they manufactured. The Ice Cube neutrino detector is not simply a passive listening device as presented for the science that they're claiming to do. It also has the capacity to transmit. There are embedded in the ice what are called digital optical modules, DOMs. They're about the size of a basketball. The array embedded in the ice is 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. It is the world's largest telescope. And now, because we have proven that it can transmit, it's the world's largest directed energy weapon system. It is responsible for the earthquakes in Christchurch, New Zealand.
What are you blowing the whistle on?
Everybody who ever said there's no such thing as a direct energy weapon can kiss my white ass.
Yeah, I think that's the we see that with Maui. Could be start of the LA fires. Like there's
The Chile fires,
Yeah.
North Carolina.
the fires that were just in South Carolina, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
was it
dude,
North
you
Carolina?
know what? They wiped a
Fire.
lot of areas. It's fucked up. I love Myrtle Beach too. They wiped out, Rod. They wiped out a ton of Myrtle Beach, bro. Did you see?
No, I haven't. I know
I
they
grew
did.
up. I grew up going to Myrtle, dude. It's bad. It's a ton, man. It's crazy, dude.
There's so many direct energy weapon.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't I send a video in the chat of the guy who was walking by the houses in LA that were destroyed, and then he panned over to these houses that had blue roofs and they weren't even touched?
You did send that, yes,
Well,
100%.
that's a whole interesting thing. Like, why? Why is the blue roof like? What is it about the blue? Like, what makes it resistant? You know?
Yeah.
Even it all started with Maui is when I think people started to notice it.
Yeah.
Because
We do
people,
got-
why is
we
this
do-
guy's grass green with a blue trash can on top of it, but the house is gone? You know, what I mean?
Something's up with the blue screen. But I want to do one more, guys, because it is my favorite conspiracy.
But and I showed you guys on Google Earth. Remember when I showed you China with all the blue roofs?
Yeah. No, you weren't wrong, bro. Again, we will show you we'll show you, dude, in this podcast. We will show you. I want to use Google Earth more because I love that tool. It's pretty cool, actually, going like on the streets. But anyways,
Google Earth over Coronado and San Diego is insane.
Is insane. No, I agree. I think we should use that tool way more. But I got
one swastika.
Oh yeah. I did see that. But yo, this is my favorite. Yes. Can we play it? Can we play it?
Okay. Talk about it.
That's what we call controlled demolition.
That's what you call hiding information. That's where all the documents, $7 trillion that was missing went.
Yep. 100%. So listen, we'll do a full. I want to do a full 9/11 episode because there is so
6 and 7 right now.
What's that? No, there's so much shit. What's the story? What's the story that a fire started in Building 7? There's a story from. This is what they say. They say
in the basement.
They say a fire started from the damage of the towers falling. Right. This is what they say, and then the fire created the collapse.
Yeah. Jet fuel burnt this, melted this steel.
Right. Oh, but I mean, I'm just talking. So The controlled demolition. Let's talk about
Their
that.
reasoning makes no sense.
Let's
And they don't talk about
that.
building 6 going down either. It was 6 and 7 as well.
No, it's legitimately. Have you guys watched controlled demolitions like throughout YouTube and watched how they come down? Have you ever watched the videos of control? They're fun to watch.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
actually they're fun with the dynamites going off and everything. Florida Mike, you know what I'm talking about? You ever watch them?
Oh, yeah.
So you have the dynamites going, and then the buildings literally going straight down. Like this is exactly the way you saw Building 7. Forget about the main two buildings. Dude, Building 7 was no doubt a controlled demolition the way that building came down. Now the question,
All of them were.
they were 1,000% were. Oh yeah, we know they were. We know the two tall ones. And I tell my mom this. This is the one I'm trying to like. So my mom's on board with she thinks the moon landing is bullshit. She does. She agrees with that. But she's having a hard time believing that 9/11 was controlled by our United States government because she believes that the United States are such good people and they would never do that. But when I'm explaining to my mom now that I love podcasts and listen, as I said, USA is probably one of the dirtiest and most disgusting countries out there. And again, Kareem Raj used to tell me, like, he's like, like the rest of the world hates the United States. Like they really do. And now I see why. Dude, I see why, because we brought fucking towers down and killed our own people, dude, for war, Florida Mike. We literally did. We did. We took our own.
We did
She's
it.
like, my
We
mom's.
did it for Pearl Harbor. We did it back in Vietnam. We go.
Yeah. We did it. It's all. It's disgusting that power and money will create war, and we're so naive that we'll send our young fucking kids over to these wars and fight, like, and die for what, bro?
Money, power.
It's insane.
Gilgamesh.
It's sick. So it's sad, man. It is, Florida Mike. I see you looking up shit, Florida Mike. What do you got, bro?
I was just looking through our Instagram stuff, trying to find when they interviewed the two firefighters.
Oh,
That-
you said that.
With the fires. With the
And
fires.
they're in the basement,
Yep.
and they hear popping noises.
Yep.
Richard Gage is the guy we gotta get a hold of to get on the podcast. Richard
For
Gage.
9/11. Yeah, well, there's a couple guys. I agree. There's those that site I follow, WT, the World Trade Center 9/11.
Yeah.
It's a great follow.
And there's a
I'll tell
lot of theories about that too, about 9/11.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you got?
some people actually think that, there are planes that did hit it. And then there's Project Bluebeam, right, where everybody said that there were holograms and they were just
Yep.
controlled explosions to match. And there are some videos out there where you see like the plane kind of melt, disappearing into the building. You know what I
Yep.
mean? If you slow it down frame by frame. I think they're real planes.
I don't know.
I think it was all 100% controlled demolition. I think the parts of impact the planes hit had a huge impact on why they did it because of the floor.
Yep.
I think if it was real planes, it was definitely for the towers, but it wasn't real planes for the Pentagon and Camp David.
Correct.
Rod,
Yeah,
100% agree with you. Because they found
there
plane
people,
parts
let me
at the
ask you,
Pentagon.
was there people on those planes though, really, that died, or were they just planes that they brought up there? That's what I gotta know. Did they kill
There's nobody on there. There was nobody on those planes.
I don't know.
But
I said something in the Instagram chat I want you to pull up before we call it quits.
Those planes were full of explosives. And then the one that hit the Pentagon was a missile.
Oh God, no doubt. I
Because
just want to bring one
plane parts.
I want to bring one more video up, Roger. This is that WTC's World Trade Center, which is a great site for the listeners. Again, it's New York City _ WTC, 1.1 million followers now, dude. They put out a ton of shit trying to
he crushes it.
He crushes it, trying to bring awareness. Literally has awesome people on.
A lot of
architects,
different camera views and shit too.
camera views, dude, architects. Let's bring one more video up, dude. It's literally just a random video that I'm going to show.
Love it. Get the fuck out of there. People running down the street. Complete chaos.
I remember I was working at Applebee's after on TV that morning.
That's it. It's just fun enough.
So hold on a minute. This wasn't really a good one. This wasn't a good one
That was
because
a terrible last video.
it was really bad, actually. Sorry, guys. Let's do a different one. That was really bad. So here, let's do this one instead.
Okay.
Subscribe or donate now. 9/11. That's not really a good one either.
That's not a video.
It's not even a video. I'll bring something up. I'll find it. Here, let's bring. All right, I got one. Let me watch this. This is a guy.
I'm Richard Gage. Fires have never before caused the collapse of any skyscraper, even though there are numerous examples of much hotter, larger, and longer-lasting fires in these buildings. And in the case of Building 7, the fire that NIST said started the collapse had actually burned out over an hour before. It could not have caused the collapse, as NIST claims. Yet this 47-story modern steel frame skyscraper, which was not hit by an airplane, collapses mostly into its own footprint like a house of cards, as fast as a bowling ball falling off the side of the building in just under 7 seconds. I'm Richard Gage.
So
that was
that's crazy, bro. We should do a whole 9/11 episode and go deep on it.
We really should. That was the Building 7, though. That dude, this page again. This page will bring up architects
Page
that
is
know.
great.
They'll know damn more. And again, I argued this with people. I'll throw this out with people. I'll be like, you think architects are dumber than you are dumber or smarter than you or I? Because I'll put money on that, dude. Like, there's architects out here that literally know their shit, and this page has a ton of architects that they'll tell you, dude. They'll tell you, man. It's insane.
I mean, common sense, dude. Right?
Yeah, it really,
like if you have a
I got you, Rod.
If you have a fraction of common sense,
yep,
and you put it all together, right? There was investigations on the Bush administration. The owner who eats breakfast every morning, and the owner of the World Trade Centers, just so happened not to eat breakfast that morning. Also, 2 months prior, just so happened to put in plane collision insurance on his buildings like 2 months before it happened.
There's so much. We do have to, Raj. We have to do a 9/11 episode and just dig deep, and I think we can. But I know I know what you want me to bring up, Raj. I'm going to bring it up right now, brother. Give me 1 second with this screen sharing nightmare again. But I got you, buddy. I got you, buddy. Thank you. Am I doing great? I need that sometimes. Tell me again.
So think about this, guys. Play this video and think about what they could possibly be looking for. Shout out to the ninjas.
The story was written in 2000 BC. The story talks about how he was 2/3 God and 1/3 man. And the claim was that he was 17 feet tall.
Oh, man.
And he was this brutal king, like just tyrant. The story goes that he was buried under the Euphrates River.
That's drying up.
Well, here's the thing. In 2003, a archaeologist by the name of York Fassbinder, he was in the Mesopotamia area and doing like the whole LiDAR thing. And what he said is, I have found the tomb of Gilgamesh.
Oh my gosh.
But it's underground, right? So they have to like dig it up. Guess what happened 1 month later?
Earthquake.
The U.S. invades Iraq.
Oh my gosh!
No way! Oh man!
This is where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
All the archaeological sites were then stopped in Iraq, so stop digging. You're out of here. But the locals around this encampment, the U.S. encampment, reported that the U.S. military were digging at night, taking things out of the ground and putting them onto trucks and driving them off.
Stop it. Villains.
Have you ever heard of
Yeah. So two things. One, remember when we had Tartarian Explorer on and he was talking about how like World War II was a lot of shit to destroy history and do all that. That's basically what we're doing with this. We're destroying any trace of like the ancient history of Iraq and Iran and all Mesopotamia, and trying to destroy history, religious history, all that
Dude,
shit. We're
it's
looking for
insane.
the fucking body of Gilgamesh. Hillary Clinton was big on that. She used to carry a book around talking about the Gilgamesh and shit. Wild shit, boys. Wild shit. And obviously that gave them a reason to go there. And 9/11 gave them a reason to another reason to go over there and start fucking causing chaos.
Florida Mike,
All
what do you
ties
think
in.
about that? What do you think about that shit?
About what?
The
9/11?
video we just watched.
Oh, the one of Zeus.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense, you know, like the fallen angels, you know, the Anunnaki. They say
Yeah.
is part of the fallen angels. So, you know,
It really does make sense.
because like you always ask a question, right? Like especially people who are maybe just learning about God or maybe church or the Bible, they always say like, well, in school they teach us that there's so many of these mythical gods. Like, are they all one? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
if there's only one God, how come there's so many we learn about? And like, why is there so many different religions? So could it be possible? Absolutely. I mean, it's the Zeus, that picture they showed it on the side of the face almost looks like the same picture it's on the coin. You know
It
what I'm saying?
does. Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
But that it makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible, I would think. Especially if you know people follow the Anunnaki and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I love that theory.
you know, my girl's Greek, so they believe in that kind of stuff. You know, with Greek gods and like names.
Sure.
Kind of cool to listen to them talk about it. I think it's cool. That would have been like the time I would like to have been around if there was a time, such a time. You
Yeah.
know, like what's there was a movie out about those Greek gods. It was like a most recent one, and like you see all the people like just standing in front, and they're just handing them gold and all this stuff, and like the uncle like turns on him and like kills his brother.
I never saw it, but
No, it's
no doubt. No doubt. Spread that. Share me the movie on. I'd like to see it on the messenger because I love all that shit, dude. I love all this conspiracy stuff, man. I'm new to it. Raj, thank you for getting me into it because thank
Told
you,
you.
and you're an asshole, by the way, too. On top of it, because I might not go to sleep now until 2 a.m. because I'll be looking up.
I'm going to bed now, boys. It's late here. Let's wrap this bitch up.
Yes.
This this is the chaos, man. We just scramble. We get going on one thing. It leads to another complete chaos.
It is the chaos. It's perfect, homie. So let's do a 9/11 episode down the road. I'm looking forward to our guest buddy in a couple weeks. It's gonna be awesome with the vibration.
We got the Smiley Face Killer.
The Ramsey.
Friday and on Monday's Human Vibration. So let's get it cooking with gas. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Check us out at Conspiracy Chaos on YouTube and at The Conspiracy Chaos on all other audio platforms. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will catch you again on Thursday with our next episode. Talk to you then. Peace.
Follow the breadcrumbs, follow moonlight schemes. Hidden agendas ain't as crazy as they seem. Voices in the dark amplifying dreams. Conspiracy chaos, nothing's what it seems.